between like being Jewish and like a person in this world? Like, not, I don't mean like a person, but like someone who fits in also like outside the Jewish world. You know what I mean? Or no?
Sorry.
Like, what is the balance between being Jewish and like accepting you're Jewish and practicing your Judaism and like being
And balance between asserting and practicing that you're Jewish and
being like someone in the world. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but
Like just a human.
Et aussi, on est juif, on est fiers, on pratique, on fait tout ça, et en plus, on participe avec la communauté à l'extérieur du monde.
for me there is no problem. There is not even need to find a balance. I think that if you are a committed Jew, if you are faithful to the essence of the Jewish message, you are naturally involved in the matters of the world, naturally, without effort. You have some Jewish of course, bigotry, but this is not true Judaism. Judaism is not bigotry. It's not just repeating old texts in a bubble. No. To be a Jew, first of all, if you read the masters of the Talmud, you will see that to be a Jew and a great Jew, the masters of the Talmud were greater Jews than we are. Means what? Means to match with modernity, to deal with the most burning issues of the time, sometimes the most ordinary issues of ordinary life, and to use the Jewish values as one of the best tools, I think the best, but one of the tools possible in order to deal with the world around us. Except those who misunderstand the message of Talmud, who decide to freeze the Jewish text, which is opposite to the Jewish message. The Jews never considered the text as a frozen thing. Orthodoxy in Jewish world does not mean anything. Orthodoxy, you cannot have an Orthodox Jew. It doesn't. A Jew is necessarily someone who complicates, who cuts the problem, who finds unexpected hypotheses, you know, who modernize the text. This is Judaism. So no problem for dealing with the world. No problem for matching with the world outside. And honestly, if I give you my experience, I think that I am reasonably a good Jew. I study, I know the texts, and far from preventing me to engage myself in the world, it helped me all my life to deal with, I don't know, today the Kurdish people, the fate of the Kurdish people, yesterday to support the democratic dream in the Arab world, in what was called the Arab Spring, even if it failed. But it was my duty as a Jew to give a chance to those people who pretended, at least, or who hoped for some of them, to join democracy and so on. And it is as a Jew that, I don't know, that I did fight against communism, in the Sovietism, the Soviet Union, and so on. So Judaism is a good weapon to enter in the world. Today, for example, in these last weeks, I am obsessed by what is happening to the Kurds. I don't know if you are familiar with that. The Kurds, more or less, they are a people of the Middle East. They are not Arab. They are Muslims, but not Arabs. They are one of the. They are 30 millions or 40 millions scattered in 4 countries: Iran, Turkey, Syria, and Iraq. But they are special people, and they practice an Islam which is democratic, secular, and revering the equality between women and men. I was embedded myself, and they did fight against ISIS. When ISIS was at its peak, 2014, till last year, those who were on the ground fighting the ISIS were these people, Kurds, and they have been abandoned a few weeks ago by America, and they have been delivered on a silver plate to Erdogan, president of Turkey. And they are my friends. I made a movie, a documentary movie. I did shoot it with a camera and with a few, 2 or 3 cameramen. I made a documentary movie, which, by the way, will be screened tomorrow. If you want to come, I know it's the beginning of Shabbat, but I don't know. Tomorrow at 4 o'clock, there is a screening in Mexico City. Miss Hamilton will tell you where, of this movie. I embedded myself in some battalions of these Kurdish fighters in the battle against ISIS during month and month. So I'm very attached to these people. Today, they have been abandoned by Donald Trump, and they are butchered, cut into pieces by Erdogan. And it makes my heart bleed, really. It breaks my heart, this idea. I'm despair. When I seek in the depths of my mind and of my heart, I know that one of the things which makes me so concerned is the fact that I'm Jewish. It is the Jew in me, who hears and listens the call of the Kurds. They are Muslims. There is very few Jews among them, very, very few. They are Jewish friendly, by the way. But it is because I'm a Jew that I'm so concerned. If you come to see this movie, you will see, I risked my life during months. I took the risk of the worst. For these people who is not mine, my people is the Jewish people. My nation is France. The Kurds are not my nation, they are not my people. But I risked my life for them. Why? Because I'm a Jew. Because I am. One of the reasons is because I'm a Jew. Because I'm a Democrat. Because I want to protect my children against terrorism. And because these guys were our first line against terrorism. But also because my Jewish heart did beat with them. This is crucial, very, very important. And please, you are students. Where is it tomorrow?
Pedro Luis Ogazón, número 15, es en el sur de la ciudad. It's very far away from.
They can go far away. I went to Kurdistan. They can go in the south.
And I don't know the size of the place. I don't know if
they can come. I would manage. Don't worry.
And I want to say something. Una respuesta para tu pregunta está en su libro The Genius of Judaism. Ahí, esto que te acaba de decir, lo vas a encontrar para que lo puedas subrayar, aprender y recordar.
El genio del judaísmo es la respuesta a esta cuestión filosófica.